Welcome to the 97th Annual Blossomtime Parade in Bellingham.
I'm Deb Slater along with Dave Walker, and we are going to bring you all the pageantry and hubbub of this iconic event that kicks off the Memorial Day weekend in Bellingham.
You won't need a jacket today, but you want to bring your sunscreen. It's a beautiful day, sunny and parade perfect. The folks who organize the Blossomtime Parade every year are the folks from the Bellingham Whatcom Chamber of Commerce, and our sponsors are Sanitary Service Company, the folks who keep our community neat and clean.
That's right. Now, we are at the corner of Alabama and Cornwall. It might look a little hectic here, and what do you expect? We have almost 100 entries today for the parade that will start in just a few minutes and wind its way down Cornwall into downtown Bellingham.
We've got floats and fire trucks, marching bands and dancers and clowns and circus performers and fuzzy hats with feathers on them. We got it all! And we're ready for a parade. We hope you are too. We also have our Grand Marshal, the folks at Whatcom Community College.
Celebrating 50 years, I believe.
That's right.
Yep. So the parade will start in just a few minutes, but stay tuned.
A lot of these folks got here hours ago to get a great seat, but you've got the best seat in the house, your own living room.
It starts in just a few minutes, right after this.
Whatcom is a perfect place to get your feet wet. I think whether you're coming right out of high school and you're not sure what you want to study, I think it's great for a returning student who might be afraid that they have lacked skills. I feel like it's a good transition place, and I believe, honestly, that the professors and the other students here, everyone wants you to succeed.
It's very much like a family, the environment here at Whatcom. Everyone's extremely personable, approachable, and all here to accomplish the same thing. The instructors are here to provide us with a really great foundation to move on to whatever career path it is that we choose, and the students are here to work hard and learn hard.
Class sizes in the CIS program and generally for all of Whatcom are typically pretty small, around 24 students per class. It allows us to get more one-on-one time with the students, allows us to help them and dedicate more time so we can actually have that sort of one-on-one interaction with our students.
Whatcom Community College offers all these wonderful opportunities for us to get engaged. Their classes are rigorous and demand a lot from you. They're really challenging. In order to succeed, you have to push yourself.
We want our students to be successful, and that's very important. So no matter what a student's goal is, educational or training goal is, we want to be able to help them determine that goal and to help them meet it as well.
Instructors are very willing to help you out, and they just genuinely care for you and all of your success as well. I feel very comfortable being able to involve myself with many activities here on campus.
I'd recommend Whatcom Community College because there's a lot of flexibility in the types of degrees that you can get. You can get a transfer degree and move on to a four-year institution and pursue a further education that way, as well as there's a lot of different direct workforce degree paths that you can take, like cybersecurity and nursing and lots of other degree paths that you could go straight into the workforce for as well. So I think there's just a lot of opportunities.
I chose Whatcom not just because of its education, but also because of its wonderful location. You can go hiking, you can go skiing at Mount Baker, you can go kayaking at awesome lakes, and they can just hang out with friends at parks or just downtown.
At Whatcom we have such a variety of students from different backgrounds, their experiences, their stories. It just enriches the classroom as well as my life personally because I get to learn a lot about them. And it's just a beautiful, fun place to work.
Whatcom really is the next best step for students, and I am very proud and pleased to be a part of that and to help make that happen for students.
Welcome back to the 2017 Blossomtime Parade. It is officially underway. Dave, a beautiful day for a parade.
Couldn't be better. Of course, a parade like this doesn't come together by itself. It takes a lot of people working awfully hard to organize it.
One of those people I caught up with earlier, she's been around a long time. So we are here with someone who has been a pivotal element in the parade for how many years?
I believe 21 or 22 years now.
It is Maria Dahl. You are the parade director. 22 years?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Oh, wow, that's great. So what does it take to do this? You are here early Saturday morning, every parade for 20-some years. What does it take?
Well, I'm actually spoiled. Now that I'm the director, I get to come a little later. But there are hundreds of volunteers that start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we'll go until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We have everybody from the Girl Scouts to the City of Bellingham, as well as the Sanitary Service Company and the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, those are our key players, and without all of the hundreds of volunteers, we just simply couldn't get this done.
Why the parade? Why is this such a passion for you?
It's fun. Everybody gets to come out and enjoy each other. You get to see people that you don't normally run across in your daily life. And who doesn't love a parade? It's like being a flower delivery person.
Bringing joy to so many of community members.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of community, you've been here how many generations now?
My family, I am the third of 4 generations living, loving, and working in Whatcom County. Doing our best to give back and leave things better than we find them.
And we always start with our local law enforcement, the folks who enforce the rules. You know, the great thing about a parade, though, Deb, is there aren't so many rules.
That's right. Walk down the street if you want.
You can ride in the back of the pickup without a seatbelt on. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. You can honk your horn for no reason. You can wear a fuzzy hat with a feather plume, and nobody looks at you like you're a weirdo. It's a parade. Come on.
Dave
no
loves
wonder
the
everybody
hats.
loves one. I do. I love the hats.
Love the hats.
I don't know what it is about the hats.
I love the fast cars, unless they're behind me.
Yeah, these cars are plenty fast.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to outrun one. We have the Bellingham Police Department represented today, the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office, Ferndale Police Department, Everson, Sumas Police Departments, Lummi Law and Order,
Blaine, Washington State Patrol, they're all here, even Western.
Linden, Nooksack, U.S. Border Patrol in the parade today as well. This part is a reminder that you really shouldn't try to get away with stuff.
Right.
There are plenty of folks who can find you.
Hello.
See, you can honk your horn for no reason. It's all good.
In fact, that's encouraged. As you can see, lots of people lining Cornwall. A lot of people out here early today, too. Why not? Gorgeous day.
They did get out here early. Everybody wants to get their spot in the parade, and today was a pretty easy day to wait. And as you can see, we have vendors along the parade route as well, so nobody's going hungry. Great camera work from our crew, too. We have cameras at all angles. And the Albert J. Hamilton Post 7 of the American Legion of Bellingham, the largest American Legion post in the state of Washington. They represent over 1,300 Whatcom County veterans and their families.
I caught up to the chaplain of the American Legion, Ben Barker. He told us about their entry in the parade today.
Okay, we'll start off with the color guard, and the 2 Jeeps are 1943 Jeeps, and then behind that we'll have our truck with our logos on that.
1943 Jeeps, where did those come from? How did you get those?
2 individuals volunteered them for us, and just to use during the parade here.
So tell us about the American Legion Post 7.
We have an honor guard there that honors all the veterans at the cemeteries if they ask for it. And like last year, we did over 90 funerals with military honors. And it's an honor for us to honor our veterans. It really is.
And you want to encourage people to actually become a member at the Legion. Tell us about that.
Yes, we like to have other veterans and everything become a member and join our facility. And if you're a veteran of a conflict, we'd love to have you there.
If you're looking for more information, AmericanLegionBellingham.com. They're followed by the Festival of Flags. They have a big event tomorrow for Memorial Day. They'll have over 1,600 American flags lining the Avenue of Flags. Always a good idea to start this parade by remembering why we have a 3-day weekend in the first place.
Always a sombering entry in the parade. The fallen soldiers, banners of their pictures, and a new addition this year, the banner. So every year you were in the parade, but this year it's extra special. Explain why.
Well, in all the years that I have carried, I felt that the Vietnam soldiers should be honored as well. So a group of us that carry banners the last few years have gone ahead and donated a banner in honor of the Vietnam soldiers.
Wonderful. And these are all the local?
Local, 26 of them. Bellingham, Linden, Meridian, Mount Baker, Blaine. So 3 or 4 of them are classmates of mine. There's a classmate from her class, from Bellingham. So we just thought it was the right thing to do for them.
The Veterans of Foreign Wars Custer Post and Auxiliary 9474 and Friends put this on in this parade every year, making sure that those who gave their all for their country are remembered on Memorial Day weekend. People often don't know how to react to this part of the parade, but what you're seeing people along the sidelines do right now is exactly what the banner carriers are hoping for. They're looking for applause. They want to make sure that folks are paying attention. It's not a time to stand silently, but a time to show your appreciation.
Acknowledgement. You'll notice a lot of hats being taken off, applause. Just a moment of appreciation.
It's the part of the parade we hope doesn't get bigger. Following the fallen soldier banners are VFW Post 9474 Commander Chuck Anway and Auxiliary President Judy Liu in the yellow car here, and VFW District 15 Commander Jerry Bussick on the motorcycle. All part of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post and Auxiliary in Custer. And the Knights of Columbus up next, a Catholic fraternal patriotic organization that supports the church, the community, families, youth, and other charities.
They were established in 1882 with the Bellingham Council being chartered in 1903. Been around a long time.
This is the marching unit carrying U.S. and state flags, and they do not have music on purpose.
Up next, a couple of dignitaries join our parade. Representative Vincent Buys. He's holding his 4th term representing the 42nd District, which includes most of our fair county.
He's also in a very cool car. I have no interest in running for office, but getting to ride in that car almost would make it worth it. Almost.
And the matching shirt.
He's looking good.
After Vincent, we have State Representative Luann Van Werven. She also represents the 42nd Legislative District.
Born and raised in Whatcom County, 5th generation of her family to live, work, and play here in Northwest Washington. Her husband Larry driving the car. And that brings us to this year's Grand Marshal, Whatcom Community College. This is their 50th anniversary. That's Orca, their mascot. The Aspen Institute recognizes Whatcom as one of the top community and technical colleges in Washington and among the nation's leading 2-year colleges.
So Dave, you got a chance earlier to catch up with someone who's been a part of Whatcom Community College for a long time.
Bob Winters is Whatcom Community College's 50th anniversary ambassador. Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Welcome to the parade.
Thank you so much.
Now, something a little different this year, the Grand Marshal isn't a person per se, but a place. It's Whatcom Community College.
Well, it is. And in fact, Whatcom Community College is celebrating its 50th anniversary. We started in 1967 and began offering classes in 1970. But we started as a college without walls. In other words, we didn't have a campus. So we had this idea of offering community college classes to everyone in the community, and we would go where they were. So we set up these instructional areas all over the county. In fact, we made the county our campus. And we held classes in basements, and we held classes in rented rooms, and we held classes in trailers, anywhere we could find a space.
And you're kind of getting back to your roots then.
Well, in a way we are. We're reaching out to the community again, just as we were in the community before. And so this is really a celebration of the entire Whatcom County community. And it's also, of course, our 50th.
Well, congratulations on your 50th anniversary. We're happy to be celebrating it with you.
Thank you so much.
And our first marching band of the day, Mount Baker High School. These are the Mountaineers, led by senior drum major Molly Lynch and junior drum major Ashley Blankenship.
They have participated in every Ski to Sea Blossomtime Parade since the 40s.
Wow.
Yeah.
They perform dozens of times a year. They earned a superior rating at their large group adjunction this year, the highest rating possible. Just marched in the Victoria Days Parade in Victoria, British Columbia last weekend.
And they also participated in the Leavenworth Autumn Leaf Festival Parade.
Good for them. The Bellingham Sister Cities Association up next.
Everyone needs a sister. Oh, you don't have a sister, do you?
Well, I have several sister cities. We have quite a few.
We do.
Year after year, they've been bringing ski-to-sea racers from around the world to Bellingham and Whatcom County. This year, we have racers from South Korea, Mongolia, and Canada. And the Bellingham Fire Department is up next. That first truck probably isn't the one that's going to come to your house if you need them, but it sure looks good in a parade.
Especially with kids on board, having a great time.
It does look like fun.
But the Bellingham Fire Department does provide coverage to the residents within the city limits and the Whatcom County Fire District 8.
They use these big trucks. They have 8 engine companies and 3 ALS paramedic units. We're sure glad to have them. Bellingham Fire Department making sure we're not rushing them off the stage.
Probably different driving that truck so slow. Usually it goes a little faster than that.
Behind them, I see an otter.
An otter in a green t-shirt. You know what that means.
It means Hagen is up. Hagen Northwest Fresh with their mascot Splash the Otter following those Bellingham fire trucks. Splash has a lot of fur. I'm guessing it's a warm day to be Splash the Otter. High fives from Splash.
8 decades in business for Hagen.
Hagen's been around a long time, founded in 1933 in Bellingham.
It built its business on providing guests the freshest and most local products with genuine service while supporting the communities it serves.
And here we have the historic Fairhaven Association with the Fairhaven Ladies of the Evening Society.
And the legendary Dirty Dan Harris. They joined the parade in their horse-drawn carriage.
These ladies pay homage to the original business women of Fairhaven who owned and operated over 30 brothels in the 1890s during Fairhaven's first building boom. Don't think there are quite that many today.
No. Northwest Chevrolet of Bellingham is up next. They're showing off some of their brand new inventory.
A hot car right there. driving 4 or 5 of their vehicles right off the lot. That's a classic car that's been around Bellingham for a while. The Lewis Auto and Residential Glass Ford Model A from 1929. Actually, it's 1929 and a half.
And a half. I think that's important to note. They've been serving Northwest Washington since 1929.
Bellingham, Linden, and Mount Vernon. Owner and President Rick Adelstein was the parade's Grand Marshal back in 2009. And he's driving the truck today. Lewis Auto Glass believes strongly in supporting our community. They're a financial benefactor for hundreds of local organizations, and we thank them for that.
Up next, the Northwest Ballet Theater's Alice in Wonderland.
That looks like fun. John Bishop and a lively dance production bringing the classic tale to life, following Alice, the White Rabbit, and all the others through Wonderland.
All taking place at the Mount Baker Theater through the weekend.
And this entry is a lot of fun. The folks from Peace Health Pediatrics, who made their own float this year. You got a chance to talk to them at the beginning of the parade.
So we caught up with the pediatric pirates from Peace Health. Tell us about this float.
Oh, we are so excited. We're from Peace Health Pediatrics, and we represent and care for the children of Whatcom County. And we are here to make it fun for our patients. What do you say, pirates?
And these are actually some of the patients. You guys are patients from Peace Health, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about being in the parade today?
Are you excited?
Yeah. And the pirates and stuff. Now, you guys won the grand prize award for the junior parade. Is that right?
We did, yeah. The person who put the float together couldn't keep it simple. He decided to just go all out and built the boat from scratch.
Well, tell us about that. How long did this take?
Well, Lil, where are you? Let's ask Lil, yeah.
So how long did this take?
About 7 weeks.
And who designed it all?
In his head, my husband.
I designed it just sitting around the kitchen table one morning, and it ended up being a little longer and larger than I had anticipated. It's about 26 feet long. Myself and another gentleman did most of the work on it. It took us about 90 hours in total to build it. And definitely not seaworthy. There might be 1 or 2 holes in it.
Well, it turned out really good. You could even see they even included a little part for a mermaid on back, which is super cool. So tell us about Peace Health Pediatrics. Who do you guys serve?
We have about 20 providers, and we care for all the children of Whatcom County, or most of the children of Whatcom County. Yep, for well visits, sick visits, and we're there whenever our patients need us.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for being a part of today's parade, you guys. Let's get a big old arrgh! Arrgh.
They look like they're having a great time. That's quite a float they put together, too. Good for them.
He doesn't know what he's going to do with it after the parade. I think you'll probably see this in the back of the Restore.
So we shouldn't expect it in next year's parade.
No. The Squalicum High School Band is up next. They look forward to this every year, and we look forward to seeing them and hearing them.
Boy, they get around, too. They marched in the Rhodey Parade in Port Townsend, the Starlight Parade in Portland, the Victoria Day Parade in Victoria. They've also been to Beijing, Washington, D.C., and Boston. Grades 9 through 12. Let's give them a listen.
No comments on the hat, Dave?
I love the hat stuff.
Yeah.
What other time could you wear that hat?
Well, you could. You could wear a hat like that.
Maybe I'll start.
I think you should start a trend. Add a fanny pack. Why not?
Sure. They are proud of their spirit, energy, and enthusiasm. They work hard to bring their love of music to the crowd. It sure shows.
You know, the organization that goes behind these marching bands is just amazing. The support from home, the financial commitment, the
There
time
you go.
commitment, bringing all these students together. Thank you, Storm.
Working together like a fine-tuned team.
Another organization that works together is the Whatcom County Search and Rescue Council.
We've talked about this before, but this area is really challenged for an organization like this. You have so many different kinds of places people can get themselves into trouble. Kind of what the Ski to Sea race tomorrow was originally started to show off, is all the things we have in this county. But when you've got mountains and rivers and a bay, there are lots of places you have to be ready to come in and offer support, and that's what these folks do. We appreciate it.
And they like to be part of the parade every year as an opportunity to thank the community for their support. Well, thank you.
Summit to sound, that sums it up pretty well. Climbing the side of the truck. They are ready to go.
That's a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Wow.
He named that car Peggy Sue from the Buddy Holly song of the same name, and they have won dozens of trophies awarded at various car shows. Of course, plenty of trophies go out here today at the parade as well. And you found out a little more about how they judge that.
I did. I found some judges along the parade path. Talked to them earlier.
Someone needs to decide where the awards go, and I'm standing here with Sandy and Kathy. You guys are parade judges. What does that entail?
Our assignment is choosing the best fire truck and the best equestrian. And it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because everyone in the parade is fabulous. And each contestant is a little different. And we have to judge the fire trucks on uniqueness, presentation, and quality. And the equestrians we judge on cleanliness, ride appeal, crowd appeal, and parade presence.
Wow, so they give you all of the, this is a serious job. Kathy, how did you get to be a judge?
Her.
Okay. And how did you get to be a judge?
I've been a judge for about 13, 14 years. And then tomorrow I get to be a volunteer at the Ski to Sea race. And my husband and I have been doing this for 13, 14 years.
So I get a sense from you that community is really important, and this weekend is really important to you as a Bellingham constituent.
Of course, we have to give back. And I get to see a lot of people that I know, meet new people, and it's a lot of fun. And plus they give us donuts.
We are wrestlers. It's the Whatcom County Wrestling Club, or Club Wrestling.
Folk style, freestyle, and Greco-Roman wrestling, men's and women's. They have clubs in Bellingham, Blaine, Deming, Ferndale, Linden, Meridian, and Nooksack.
Wrestling helps teach dedication, perseverance, goal setting, hard work. All kinds of great stuff there.
You know, some of their clubs date back almost 40 years, some formed this year.
The Whatcom County Dairy Ambassadors are next.
Emma Wagg is the 2017 and 18 Whatcom County Dairy Ambassador, currently attending Whatcom Community College. And Annika Asplund is the 2017-18 alternate Whatcom County Dairy Ambassador. She's currently attending Ferndale High School.
They are proud to be representing their local dairies, and they enjoy educating the public about the dairy industry.
Grab a moo witch from them at the fair. And the gearheads are up next. I always love watching the old cars go by.
Local classic car and truck club. They meet for cruises, garage tours, car shows, any chance to bring those cars out on the road. 75 members, which means at least 75 cars, I would think, right? Here's a few of them.
Wow. They sponsor one major Father's Day show every year. All the proceeds go to local charities. That's a fun thing to do with Dad on Father's Day. This year they will help support the Whatcom Humane Society, the Bellingham Food Bank, the Vietnam Veterans, and the Alzheimer's Association. So not only are they driving some great old cars, but they're doing some good things for the community as well.
So you own that car, if you own that car, Dave, you take it out, you drive it?
Oh, yeah.
Every chance you get? Or do you leave it in the garage?
I'd probably be a fair weather driver. My problem is I don't have a garage.
Oh.
So hard to own a car like this if you don't have a good shelter for it.
Mm-hmm.
Old Mustang. Mom had a Mustang like that when I was a kid.
She did?
That was just our car. I didn't even know it was a hot car. That was just our car.
What'd she do with it?
Well, she wishes she had it now,
Yeah,
I'll
right.
tell you that.
Right.
I think she traded it in on a Toyota or something.
Look at that beautiful car.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into these vehicles. Probably a few dollars as well. Gotta have the fuzzy dice.
I was just gonna say, what's a classic car without the fuzzy dice? Gorgeous car.
Yeah, if you have a 50s era classic car and you don't have fuzzy dice, I'm suspect. That just looks like fun and a perfect day for it.
Up next, the Ferndale High School Marching Band. They have a tradition of winning first place awards.
That's a good tradition to have.
Mm-hmm.
They most recently received a superior rating at the local concert band festival, which is the highest rating a band can get. They're about to make a trip to Anaheim, California to represent their school.
What's in Anaheim?
Well, they're going to go to a place called Disneyland, where they will lead a parade there next Saturday. How cool is that?
Wow.
They point out that the band couldn't be successful without the parent volunteers and the community support, which is abundant in Ferndale for all the arts, and they appreciate it.
I have a feeling they're going to be doing this song in Anaheim.
They've been practicing. Such precision. You know, something pretty cool happened before the parade. About half an hour before the parade started, 4 high schools, Blaine, Ferndale, Seaholm, and Bellingham, all ran into each other at an intersection, and they had a little drumline war.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of it, they were all playing together. It was pretty spectacular to see. Speaking of people all playing together, the bridge builders are next from the United Church of Ferndale.
Who are the bridge builders?
We're a group of neighbors from different churches, the church, the mosque, the synagogues in town in Bellingham. We decided to get together and to listen to each other's stories in this last year to try and, rather than emphasize the differences between us, to celebrate the distinction that we all bring, to find a community as we listen to each other's stories. And so we've been meeting monthly, and this is one of the events we do. We'll also be sharing this next week a Ramadan event at the end of one night of Ramadan. We're going to share the breaking of Ramadan and talk about traditions. And we're just trying to find ways to listen to each other's stories and find the ways that as neighbors, that faith grows in relationship with each other.
Wonderful. And why are you in the parade today?
Well, to show unity, that we are united in faith and we're united in humanity. And, we represent the true essence of Bellingham.
And we're meeting monthly as a whole group, and then the women are meeting monthly for luncheons. We're working hard on building our relationships, growing our friendships, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to invite the wider community in and help us celebrate our humanity.
Alaska USA Federal Credit Union up next. The Cool Credit Union.
They have over 80 branch offices throughout Alaska, Washington, California, and Arizona, and they are with us today at the parade.
Most of their branches open 7 days a week. That's handy. There's the Bellingham Training and Tennis Club.
I love their vehicle. Looks like a tennis ball.
Lots of fun. At least half a tennis ball. The South Whatcom Fire Authority up next.
They serve the Chuckanut, Lake Samish, U Street, Geneva, and Sudden Valley communities.
They have brought us one of their 3 brand new 2017 Spartan Gladiator fire engines.
Wow. If my house is on fire, I want the Spartan Gladiator to show up.
These were just delivered in April of this year, purchased from a voter-approved bond in November of 2015. The South Whatcom Fire Authority certainly appreciates that, and so will you if you ever need them.
That vehicle holds 750 gallons of water.
Wow. Good-looking truck.
Up next, Skagit Bank in their horse-drawn carriage.
Been serving Northwest Washington since 1958.
Up next in the parade, Shire of Thornwold. What is this about?
These guys are a lot of fun. I actually caught up with them before the parade and got to know them a little bit. And in fact, they all have Middle Ages names.
Yes.
And I worked really hard on remembering everybody's name. I knew them all right up until the camera started rolling. And then I just couldn't remember. But take a look. Maybe the most interesting entrant into the parade this year is the Shire of Thornwold, which is the Bellingham chapter of the Society for Creative Anachronism.
Jadwiga.
Jadwiga. I had it so much. Jadwiga, what does all of that mean?
So what this means is that we're a medieval recreation society, but we do the Middle Ages as it should have been. So no Black Plague and, things like that.
I like that. So you're rewriting history.
Rewriting history. So we'll have things like a 14th century French woman, a Polish hussar, and a Norse fighter all hanging out together.
Wow. And so you guys, what do you do when you get together?
So we'll do things like feasting, we make costumes, we do battles, a little bit of everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, anybody here speak an ancient language, Norse or whatever?
Oh, yeah. You speak Norse.
Oh,
yeah,
what did he say?
Oh, he called that guy ugly.
What? He just called you ugly. What? Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah, I think he succeeded in actually calling him ugly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we'd never know with all that chainmail.
No, they've got pretty good protection on them.
Jadwiga, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Have
thank
fun
you.
in the parade
We
today.
will.
Oh, I wouldn't want to get between those two guys, Dave.
Believe me, I kept my distance.
They've been around since 1978. Shire of Thornwold.
Uh-huh. I don't completely understand it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there you go. Up next is Mary Kay Robinson. She's a candidate for the county council at large.
If there's anything good about being in politics, it's riding in the convertible in the parade. Our next entry in the parade is called Peace is Beautiful. This is the Bellingham Whatcom Peace Vigil, the Whatcom Peace and Justice Center, and Veterans for Peace.
Included in their entry is a 22-foot wingspan white peace dove. It's gorgeous. It's surrounded by large multicolored shimmering flags created by local artist Harold Niven. They've been holding their vigil in downtown Bellingham in front of the Federal Building every Friday since 1966.
That makes it the longest running continuous peace vigil in these United States. And the Deming Log Show is up next.
Yeah, it is up next. It's just a couple of weeks away.
True. June 10th and 11th. This is a 1972 Rolls-Royce Ranchero driven by Lonesome George Eastwood. He was the 1974 and 75 Deming Log Show president, and he was Bull of the Woods in 2002. Sovereign, the Society of Vintage Racing Enthusiasts. Those are some hot cars.
This is a Seattle-based nonprofit racing organization. Members throughout Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Montana, British Columbia.
Their biggest event of the year, the Pacific Northwest Historic, held the first weekend in July for the Seattle Children's Hospital.
The Sea Home Mariners.
Marching band under the direction of Craig Snyder and assisted by drum major Eric Newcomer. The band is marching in military style in their familiar Seaholm green and gold.
The cheerleaders are coached by Beth Keeley.
Nothing better than some John Philip Sousa from the marching band. Our State Farm entry, this is Terry Stock, along with Aaron Woods. That's the bearded fellow you see there. He won the 2016 Best Beard in Bellingham Awards. He's surrounded by several members of the Bellingham Beard All-Star Team.
Beard All-Star Team.
The Aslan Brewing Company has their beard competition every year. I got a ways to go before I can enter that one.
Me too, actually. Jet of Black representing their business in today's parade.
It is grilling season. This is is it Hestefolk, Deb? Is that how you say it?
That is it.
The Hestefolk Icelandic Horse Club.
And I actually interviewed one of the horses a little earlier.
One of the horses? Really?
So how do you feel being in the parade today?
Oh, it's boring.
What is that?
He's bored because Icelandic horses like to move. And really, we get all dressed up and then we stand around and wait. And yeah, it's not their favorite thing, but they're maintaining quite well.
So tell us why you're here today in the parade.
Well, we have a pretty active club, Hestefolk, which is Horse People Icelandic Horse Club. And he's wanting you to pet him.
Oh, I'll pet him.
And so we just decided Bellingham needed some Vikings every year. So this is our third year coming down and riding. And each year we get some new club members to come down. And we have a cart this year. And
So is your club open to horse lovers in general, or?
yeah, you can join our club. And learn about Icelandic horses if you're just interested and you don't really want to own one. But the problem with them is they're like potato chips. And once you've got one, then you have two. And before you know it, you got a whole herd running around your backyard.
This is like my third time on a horse.
And how does it make you feel being on a horse?
Good.
Yeah, they're awesome horses. They're the oldest breed after Arabians. The Vikings took them everywhere, and for 1,000 years the breed has been pure because Iceland doesn't allow any other horses to be imported. So
Wow, that's fascinating.
Export, yeah. Yeah, so.
Where can we find out more about your club?
At hestefolk@gmail.com. Just shoot us an email and I'll answer questions and get the club we'll invite you to a meeting. You can come and hang out with us.
So just to clarify, you're going to answer the email. This guy won't.
This guy won't answer the email, but he will stand quietly for petting.
Aw.
Anytime.
He's beautiful. Thank you.
He's like, can you eat that?
Dancing for Joy up next. We see them every year in the Blossomtime Parade, and they live up to their name.
They were established in 2002. It's the largest dance school in Whatcom County.
The Jubilee Dance Company, made up of middle school and high schoolers who train at Dancing for Joy.
Look at those smiles. Now, would you consider those crazy hats, Dave, or are those...
More crazy wigs.
Wigs,
Yeah.
okay.
This is the largest dance school in Whatcom County. By the way, your first dance with Dancing for Joy, always free. First one's free, that's how it works.
Love it.
Led by Maluhia Vandergrind, who's the artistic director. She was awarded the Whatcom Women in Business Woman of the Year last year.
This is a 1971 Kenworth fire truck. The Seattle Fire Department retired it, and now the Burned Children Recovery Foundation use it as a promotional vehicle.
Pizza, pizza. Our Little Caesars entry.
They've been a proud sponsor of Ski to Sea in general for over 25 years. Locally owned and operated. Hot and ready.
The Lummi Stomach entry up next. This is an event that's also not too far away in Bellingham. If you've never been, it's definitely something to see. I had a chance to catch up with the princesses on this beautiful float just before the parade. We have another parade coming up soon in our community, part of the Lummi Stomach Water Festival. I have the Princess and Junior Princess with me. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Tell us about the Stomach Festival.
The Stomach Festival is where we have all veterans come to Lummi Nation June 16th, 17th, and 18th for the 71st annual. We also have a salmon dinner and stick games and canoe races going on during the 16th through the 18th.
It's a lot of fun. I recommend it just for the salmon, if nothing else. Yummy. This is a beautiful float. You guys worked hard on this.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Have you practiced your Stomach Princess waves?
No.
Oh, well, you got a little bit of time, but you better get on it. It's almost parade time.
Yeah.
All right, well, have fun today.
Thank you.
Looks like she took your advice, Dave, and worked on that wave. Looks very princess-like.
Miss Whatcom County 2017 up next. Mackenzie Brooks. She's a junior at Western Washington University.
She plays the alto saxophone, volunteers for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. She's won over $2,300 in scholarships as Miss Whatcom County. And of course, she attends many events like this representing our county.
She'll go on to compete for Miss Washington in July in Renton. It wouldn't be a parade without the Shriners, the Nile Shriners.
My favorite.
Various groups of marchers and mini bikes, all led by the potentate, the illustrious Sir Gail Kinney.
It really isn't a parade without the Shriner entry.
Nope, you gotta have them.
Yep.
They know how to have fun, they know how to do good things for the children in our community, and they know how to wear great hats.
We are having fun with you. You guys are fun.
They are fun.
Yes.
The band plays, followed by the mini bikes. Been doing that for a while.
Winnie the Pooh's a Shriner?
You didn't know?
I didn't.
With a place of honor, even. The Furs Day Camp up next. Fur Creek Day Camp, been running summer camps for over 60 years, and they've been in Blossomtime parades for at least half a decade.
Back in 2013, they won a prize for their float entry. Their theme this year is Lego. Up next is Whatcom County's Relay for Life, something that's near and dear to your heart, Dave.
Yeah, I've been a part of that for a lot of years now, and got to catch up with these folks at the beginning of the parade. Something magical will happen in downtown Bellingham this year on July 14th and 15th. It's called Relay for Life. It's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. People stay up all night long walking around the library in support of the American Cancer Society. Hi, Tori.
Hi.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
You guys are a part of it this year.
Yeah.
For those who've never been, can you describe what Relay for Life is all about?
Relay for Life is basically just like you said, a long freaking walk that's really entertaining. And it's basically just walking to end cancer, maybe not immediately, but the more funds we have to end cancer for going towards research, the better it is.
And you know, while cancer isn't a fun topic, this is a fun event, and the key word here really is hope.
Agreed. Hope is definitely something that we all have to have, and even in those dark moments of like there's no way we're going to be able to do this, like it's not possible, we still always have to drive and strive for more hope in people.
This is the kind of community that comes together and supports its own, and that's never more evident than it is at Relay for Life. I hope you'll be a part of it this year too.
Up next, the Daughters of Norway.
This is a not-for-profit Nordic lodge for women of all Scandinavian countries. A lodge with ritualistic ceremonies, pursuing cultural activities, and continuing education. The float we're about to see here was a Sons of Norway Viking ship built in 1985 by local lodge members, a replica of the largest Viking ship ever built. The local lodge celebrating their 90th anniversary this year.
That is a beautiful ship.
And a great entry into the Blossomtime Parade. Our next marching band, the Voyager Middle School Marching Band from Everett, making their second consecutive appearance in the Blossomtime Parade.
These 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are proudly performing Eye of the Tiger and Can't Stop the Feeling. But I'm sure these kids were up early this morning, coming up from Everett.
I love that they're willing to make the trip.
Mm-hmm. What would you do?
If I won the
Yeah.
big money?
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised because I never remember to buy a ticket.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta get better at that. What kind of retirement plan is it if I never contribute?
This year's Washington's lottery is celebrating its 35th year anniversary.
Wow. Washington's lottery continues to contribute to the well-being of others with its proceeds to help fund and support people and communities all over the state.
Next up, U-B-E-R.
Uber. They're the folks who have really changed a lot in how people get around.
Yep.
They've been around for 7 years now.
That's crazy. It seems newer than that, doesn't it?
The goal of Uber was to solve a simple problem. How do you get a ride at the touch of a button? They managed to show us all how. Ah, Thrillingham. Here come the zombies.
I caught up with those zombies earlier.
So in the song it says darkness falls across the land, but there's no darkness here. Oh no, we've got neon green with Thrillingham. Tell us about, you guys have been doing this for how long now?
It's been a few years now. All proceeds go to any charity that we're choosing for the community for each year. So this year it's Brigadoon Service Dogs, which is behind us. Wonderful. So everything goes toward them, and it's just a great organization.
Explain what you guys do. You learn the dance and then you perform it.
Parks and Recs is our big sponsor. They give us a lot of space so that we're able to go ahead and have everyone who wants to join and learn the Thriller. You don't have to know anything about dancing. You just come and we show you the moves and we just have fun.
Now, you say that I don't need to know how to dance. Is that absolutely true?
That is absolutely true.
I see some of those moves and I don't know.
Because actually, the more you are like that, the better off you're going to be because you're a zombie.
A zombie, yeah, you're the undead.
The more ragged you are, the better off you're going to be. We also have 4 to 5 weeks of classes that we have every Friday. We have it at Bodell Donovan, and it's usually around a 2-hour class, and then we give you little scripts that you can take home and practice on your own, that type of stuff.
That's great. Where can we find out more?
You can follow us on Facebook. We are got Thrillingham right there, and we will post updates as the event comes closer, when the classes are, and anything else that we're doing, like flash mobs and all of that.
Great, wonderful. Now, you guys know the final laugh in the song. Do you know that? Let's get that. Yeah.
That's great. And you'll notice there are dogs in that entry, and that's because this year's charity is Brigadoon Service Dogs. So not only are they having a lot of fun, but doing some good too. And the Thrillingham folks are followed by our next car club, the Fourth Corner Elites. Been around since 1972. Some more great old cars. Fourth Corner Elites participate in community events. They support the proliferation of the hobby of maintaining and showing all kinds of special vehicles. They're there to socialize and participate with others of the same mind and just have an all-around good time.
They sponsor or organize 4 car shows each year, and during those events they raise money for their charities, which the primary recipient is Project Santa Claus, benefiting underprivileged children in the community.
That's an event co-sponsored by the Whatcom County Sheriff's Department, local firefighters, and law enforcement agencies. They also give a scholarship for a student at the Bellingham Technical College in the automotive field.
That's appropriate.
Certainly is. Look at that truck. Oh, that's a beauty. Just about every kind of classic car you can imagine in that lineup. Take your pick, Deb. Which one you want?
Oh, boy. Oh.
Hard to choose.
I don't know.
I'll take that police car. It'll get me through Seattle traffic a whole lot quicker.
Right. I'll take the pretty one.
Ah, there you go. Doesn't narrow down your choices very much.
Up next is the Filipino American Association of Whatcom County.
Been around since 1988, among the longest running Phil-Am associations in Washington State. You see they are clad in a beautiful Filipiniana fashion to showcase Philippine cultural diversity. This club provides hot, healthy meals as part of the Bellingham Community Meal Program. They've fundraised for charity to benefit the impoverished and victims of natural disasters. And they've provided some scholarships as well for their member youth.
Northwest Recycling up next. In 1923, Lewis H. Parberry Sr. opened Parberry Iron and Metal. That is now Northwest Recycling, still family owned.
And they're followed by the Sikhs of Whatcom County, the Gurmat Khalsa Punjabi School. They've been in this parade a few years now.
Always have a strong presence here, don't they?
Yeah, and they always have a lot of fun in the parade as well.
Their goal is to unite every American during the good and bad days.
See, these kids are performing the Sikh martial art of Gatka. Those colorful nets they're spinning actually date back a lot of years when similar instruments were used as weapons to defend their communities.
Wow, the pass-off. It's pretty impressive.
Nice rides. Here comes Bellingham Jazzercise. Jazzercise is a word that just sounds fun. It's a pulse-pounding, beat-pumping fitness program that gets you results fast.
More than that, Dave. It's calorie-torching, hip-swiveling. It's a dance party with a hot playlist to distract you from the burn.
I am winded just watching. Jazzercise has been in this parade for 10 plus years. They won Most Enthusiastic Group last year, as a matter of fact.
They offer 34 classes each week, including dance mix, fusion, core, strength 60, and many more.
And this 1930 Ford Model A Coupe, another one of the great classic cars with a great story.
You got that story earlier, didn't you?
I did.
Maybe the coolest car in the parade is owned by Gomer Owens, who restored it himself. Hi, Gomer.
Hey, how you doing today?
Great. This is a 1930 Model A, is that right?
Yeah, 1930 Model A Coupe.
And you restored this yourself?
Everything. I took it right down to the frame and painted every piece and bought new parts when I put it back together. And I won't tell you how much I got in it because my wife would know.
Yeah, how much of this car is original?
It's all original.
Really? The engine is the original engine?
It never been out.
Wow.
Yep.
What did it look like when you first got it?
Well, this had been sitting in a barn about 60 years. And all the rats that was in the barn, I think, had their meals in the seats and the upholstery, and everything was just covered with dirt. It had about 1/16 of an inch of dirt all over the car. And when my cousin called me from California to tell me that to come and get the car, my wife wanted to know, well, what do you know about the car? I said, I really don't know anything about the car, but she gave it to me, and I think I should go down and get it. So I got down there. She said, what if the car's just a pile of rust? I said, well, don't say anything. We'll load the car on the trailer, take it up to Bellingham, go down to Parberry's, and dump it off.
Well, you didn't do that, and it's a good thing because it's a beautiful car.
It is, and like I say, that's all the original fenders, and everything is original. And I just sanded it down and painted it and replaced things that were rusted with new stuff.
Well, I can't wait to see you drive it in the parade. Have fun today.
Yeah, well, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That car is 87 years old and way cleaner than my 6-year-old truck. What's wrong with me? The Roosevelt neighborhood up next, a collaborative organization of the city and residents of the Roosevelt neighborhood.
That's where I live now.
Nice. You have an active neighborhood.
Hi, neighbors. It is a great place to live.
Their mission is to promote neighborhood improvements. See anybody you know?
Not yet.
Oh, you're new to the neighborhood.
I will know them soon. Up next, the Blaine High School Borderite Marching Band.
Performing Chameleon by Herbie Hancock.
Another enthusiastic group of high school students, led by senior drum major Monica Kelly and Logan Nelson.
And another song they're performing today is The Race, which is a nod to the race that takes place tomorrow right here in our community. They look sharp, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Sound good too.
And they look a little warm. Should mention again, today is just a gorgeous day. Last year, remember, we were kind of playing touch and go with the rain and the wind. But this year, perfect day for a parade.
This is the Sullivan family of Ferndale. They've been participating in parades in Ferndale for 30 years. And this year they decided it was time to share their floats and entertainment throughout the county. So they've joined us here at the Blossomtime Parade.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa Kelly built this float for his granddaughters, Sarah and Sophia. And 14-year-old Sarah came up with the theme and costuming, and 10-year-old Sophia has been singing in parades for 6 years now. I want to be Grandpa Kelly's granddaughter. Look at that. Looks like fun.
Well, we're glad they've extended their parade repertoire to include the Blossomtime Parade. And up next, the United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary with a couple of their boats. Deb, what's the difference between the Coast Guard and the Auxiliary?
Well, I actually found out before the parade, Dave.
So, of course, summertime means a lot of outdoor and water activities in Whatcom County. Thank goodness for the Coast Guard. Thanks for being here today.
No problem.
So now one of your mottos is, what is it? Something about float, you don't?
Life jackets float, you don't.
I like it, yeah. So what do you think is the biggest mistake that people make on the water?
Not being prepared. Beautiful day like today, everybody likes to take their boat out and have a good time. It's important to remember all your safety equipment. Nobody plans for something bad to happen, so it's good to have all your equipment available and know how to use it and where it is on your boat.
So where can we find out more about these resources?
The auxiliary has a website for Bellingham area, and it's BLI, Bellingham's airport designation, AUX, all one word, .com.
So what kind of boat are we seeing here?
This is a 29-foot response boat, small. It's made by Metal Shark.
This is a small response boat?
We have a 45-foot response boat medium with inboard diesels. This one has the smaller outboards, so they're both suited for a specific job. Obviously, the RBM is a bigger platform, so sinking vessels, bigger boats that need to be towed, things of that nature. We have the bigger platform. It's more useful. The smaller boat's great for persons in the water. Shallow water is another big reason we would take this boat over the other one. It's got the outboards here, so you can just trim them up, and it doesn't affect the draft so much.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Trim them up. This boat is fast, right?
It's pretty quick, yeah. It'll get up and go. It's got a lot of different missions. We can put a dewatering pump on board. It can carry an LE crew for law enforcement, and obviously its primary job is search and rescue.
Here to remind everybody to wear those life jackets.
That's right.
They're out on the water.
Life jackets float.
They are all business too, aren't they?
They take what they do very seriously.
These horses are from CJ Ranches. They're proudly sponsored by Laurel Farm and Western Supply, which has been locally and family owned since 1995. A lot of folks know Laurel Farm and Western Supply as a store, but it's actually a working farm as well.
I did not know that.
That's why they know what they're talking about when you go in there. Our local Christian music radio station up next.
Praise 106.5, proud to be a part of the Blossomtime Parade this year. They provide encouraging, family-friendly radio.
And if you're looking for a new car, you may want to go see these guys, Reardon's of Bellingham. They carry Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram.
And they have a nice selection of pre-owned vehicles. Check out Reardon's of Bellingham on Iowa Street. Huge selection, some of which are in the parade today.
Some nice cars and trucks.
Ms. Wheelchair Washington 2017 is Kyan Flint.
She has been advocating for equality since she was 7. A boy at her school asked why she walked so funny. She said, "Some people don't see well, so they wear glasses. My legs don't work well, so I walk different and wear leg braces." She says having a disability is a part of who she is, but she says it's society's physical and social barriers that truly make her disabled.
Meridian Marching Trojans follow up, directed by Mr. Mitch DeGrace.
Meridian Band joined once again by the Meridian Color Guard, instructed by Ms. Sandy Rogers. The drum line instructed by David Vaughns.
They won first place in the AA category in the 2016 Leavenworth Autumn Leaf Festival and first place in the AA category at the 2015 Leavenworth Autumn Leaf Festival Parade.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen, their selection for today's parade. I wanted to sing along. You're welcome.
Thank you for not.
Bellingham Roller Betties, always a lot of fun. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary this year.
Wow.
This is another one of those groups that seems pretty new on the scene to me, but they've been around for a decade now.
That's great.
If you've never seen a bout, they're a lot of fun. And this is not like big time wrestling, where they know who's going to win beforehand and it's all staged. These are real bouts with real athletes.
And real blood.
Playing hard, yes. But they have a lot of fun doing it. It's kind of the point. The Corvettes. Corvettes Unlimited of Bellingham, starting with this 1973 red Corvette Coupe owned by William Langley. Oh yeah, that's nice. These are all Corvettes from different eras. All beautiful.
A 1984 C4 Corvette, a 2004 Corvette Coupe, that's the commemorative edition in the blue.
1998 Torch Red Corvette Coupe. Beautiful cars. I'm sorry, I called you beautiful. I meant tough cars.
That last one there is a 2013 60th year anniversary Grand Sport Corvette.
Wow.
In cyber gray.
Fast cars. The Midwives of Whatcom County with the Pedal Party float from the Bellingham Birth Center.
They've been honored to witness over 1,200 births. I like the way they say that. They've been honored to witness.
I think that is their attitude, too.
Yep.
Between birth center and home births, local licensed midwives currently attend about 13% of the deliveries in Whatcom County. For healthy women with normal pregnancies, they say there is no safer place than a freestanding birth center with a well-trained midwife.
Midwives rock.
Bellingham Birth Center provides a laboring woman with a calm, beautiful setting in which to experience the unique rhythm of her labor. We have kids delivered by midwives marching in the parade today.
Bellingham Technical College up next.
A leading educational institution and the only technical college in Northwest Washington State.
BTC offers high-quality education in a supportive, student-first environment. They've been providing that since 1957.
They are followed by the Bellingham High School Marching Band, currently marching right in front of their own high school. They've had a big year, hosted regional events, performed in competitions, and most recently culminating in their music department trip to Disneyland. Why wasn't I in band, Deb? They're all going to Disneyland.
I know.
They get to wear the fun hats and go to Disneyland. That's a pretty good gig.
Two of your favorite things.
Their choir, orchestra, and band programs all traveled together to Anaheim, participated in recording studio sessions, performed in the parks, and of course enjoyed all the festivities the theme parks had to offer. Bellingham High School Band would like to thank their district administration, the awesome staff and building administration at Bellingham High School, and their wonderful Red Raider Band boosters. They say it's the support of their school district staff and community members that allows them music programs that thrive.
Here comes the Dream Train.
Another perennial favorite in the Blossomtime Parade. Dream Train entered in memory of some lost family members, lost loved ones, and they wanted to honor them with something fun. So they started this tradition 22 years ago.
Wow.
This is the 22nd consecutive year the Dream Train has been entered in the Blossomtime Ski to Sea Parade.
They reenact the Dudley Do-Right and the Damsel in Distress drama.
They say their wish is that people live together in love and peace, seek their dreams, and remember to have fun.
They always put smiles on faces. The Dream Train.
The Alzheimer's Society of Washington is next, involved in the Whatcom County community since 1983.
They provide support groups for people with dementia and their caregivers. They do free memory screenings and educational conferences.
The ASW also partners with the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office to provide Project Lifesaver tracking bracelets for those who wander. Zaneburger up next in Fairhaven. That is a 1964 Ford Falcon convertible that looks just like the one that they have now put on their roof. Have you seen that?
That's right. Super cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And the burgers are pretty darn good, too. Bellingham Senior Activity Center is next. They were the winner of the 2016 Mayor's Award for Best Nonprofit Float.
For people 50 years of age and over, they encourage emotional, mental, and physical wellness for a healthy, active, and independent lifestyle.
Seniors have fun.
Here come the Nissans. These are brand new 2017 Nissan vehicles from Bellingham Nissan. They've been giving out special prizes along the parade route as they drive those shiny new vehicles down the street.
Port of Subs. Yum. I must be getting hungry. They're celebrating their 45th anniversary this year.
They have 2 Bellingham locations. portofsubs.com if you want to order online. 45 years of slicing fresh and supporting local community.
I'll take a pastrami, please.
I didn't realize they had an actual chef.
Yeah, it's serious.
Sanitary Service Company and the Big Blue Truck, sponsor of this year's Blossomtime Parade.
Family owned and locally operated since 1929. They serve the communities of Bellingham, Ferndale, Birch Bay, Blaine, and the majority of unincorporated Whatcom County.
Whatcom County's largest recycling and garbage collection provider. And it makes sense that they would be in the back of the parade to clean up from everybody that came before.
That's right.
And that wraps up the 97th annual Blossomtime Parade.
I love a parade. It couldn't have been a more beautiful day here in
gorgeous.
Bellingham to kick off the long weekend.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part were the dancing trolls. They made me so happy.
I'm going to say the police officers, just in case they're watching this. I may need that later. Okay. And, of course, anybody in a funny hat.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for a funny hat.
I love the funny hats. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Next year will be the 98th annual Blossomtime Parade. We'll see you back here next year.